For the first time since 2016, the Texas Rangers are in the postseason. In a stormy night in Cleveland, the Texas Rangers take on the Cleveland Indians in the Wildcard round, as the winner will advance to take on the Houston Astros in the American League Division Series. Both of these two teams finished at 82-80 as the Cleveland Indians swept Texas to conclude the regular season in Arlington. Now Texas looks to return the favor from Progressive Field. As you get a look at the franchise comparisons, Texas has lost the last 3 in a row, Cleveland won their last 4, and the Texas Rangers trying to get their first postseason win since 2015. The postseason history for the Rangers has not been all that favorable. In 2016, their last trip, they were swept by the Toronto Blue Jays. The year prior, they lost 3 games to 2 after winning the first 2 games of the series and having Jose Bautista flip the bat flip heard round the world against them in Game 5. But here in 2021, a new challenge arises as they'll face Shane Bieber, the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner, on the mound today. Now, Bieber, a record of 16-8, one of the most elite pitchers in the game of baseball, and Isiah Kiner-Falefa digs in to start this game off as Bieber kicks and winds in the first pitch in there at 94 miles an hour for strike 1. Well, a true playoff atmosphere. October baseball is here as the weather 46 degrees and a slight wind blowing into the ballpark as the 1-1 pitch misses up and away. Bieber's best pitch is without a doubt that slider sweeping away from righties and into lefties. As the 2-1 from Shane lofted in the air to right field, and Kiner-Falefa will make the first out as this ball is caught in right by Harold Ramirez, and Texas 1 out in the inning. Shane Bieber is a guy that is not easy to hit whatsoever, and he will be facing this lineup that you see on your screen for Texas tonight. David Dahl digging in now. He tries to bounce one up the middle, but a nice play made over at second base by Cesar Hernandez. He throws Dahl out, and there are 2 away. Skip ahead now, a 1-2 count against Nick Solak. Takes a changeup low and inside, and you can see Bieber conversing with the umpire Ed Drummond, asking to see exactly where that pitch was, and he gets the confirmation that it was ruled low. So a full count now. Bieber checks swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. Nick Solak, the first base runner of the day for the Texas Rangers, as he'll work a free pass down to first. Very next batter, Willie Calhoun, and he puts a charge into this one. High and deep out towards right center field. Harold Ramirez going back at the track, and he makes the catch. Warning track power for Willie Calhoun, and Bieber and the Indians are out of the first. He would be opposed by Kohei Arihara going to the mound for the Texas Rangers. This was originally Dane Dunning's spot to start, but Chris Woodward going with Arihara, who's been better as of late than Dane Dunning. And so Woody riding the hot hand, if you will, and the very first batter would be Ahmed Rosario, as Arihara kicks and deals on the first pitch over for strike 1. Even though Arihara is a veteran of professional baseball, this is his first ever postseason start in the MLB, and on a 1-2 pitch, this one ricochets off his right quad. The play made over at first, but it's not in time as Lowe tries to step on the bag just a little bit too late. Now Woody looks on with concern as Arihara favoring that right leg. Sam Huff comes out to take a look at him, but Arihara going to wave off the medical staff here. He's saying he's fine to continue. Cesar Hernandez, the very next batter, and a check of the runner. Now the pitch, and the runner goes. Throw down to second from Sam Huff, and it's in plenty of time. Huff guns down Ahmed Rosario, who is trying to make a little action happen. You see, he just got caught by the slide step of Arihara, and Texas gets the first out of the inning via a snipe shot from Sam Huff. Oh, the 1-1, and now Hernandez going to lay this bunt down, and it is a beauty. Down the third base line, nothing that anyone can do, is the throw very well late from the third baseman Tejada. Next batter, and it's a delayed steal again. Sam Huff, for the second time in as many batters, throws out a runner at second base. As you get a look at the replay, and this is a delayed steal. It did catch Huff by just a little bit of surprise, but he's able to recover and throw the man out. That would be huge because the very next pitch was a line drive from Jose Ramirez down the left field line. This one works its way into the corner, and it is a 2-out double for Jose Ramirez. If there's a runner on first base, I think with Hernandez's speed, he's easily scoring. As you get a look at just how close that was, hopping over the bag. Well, the next batter would be Ahmed Rosario with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Cleveland trying to jump on the scoring train early, but a 1-2 pitch as a fastball swung on and missed. Rosario chases up the ladder, and Kohei Arihara worked himself out of the inning. To the top of the second now, Sam Huff leads off on a 2-2 pitch. There's that slider from Shane Bieber, who is one of the strikeout kings in the American League. He's got a dynamic fastball, but can also work that slider away from righties, and a 10-inch break. The rookie catcher never had a chance. Very next batter, Nate Lowe. Well, it works against righties. It also works against lefties, as Lowe tied up in knots, and then we're quickly 2 out. 0-1 pitch to Adolis Garcia, again waving and missing at that slider, and he was down in the hole 0-2 as Bieber ready to deliver his 28th pitch, and it's a slider that hung, but Garcia cannot make contact. Shane Bieber strikes out the side in the second inning, and a large part of that thanks to that slider. Rangers still don't have a hit through the first 2 innings. The Indians have 3, and we'll skip ahead to the top of the third. Manuel Margot trying to get the first hit for the Rangers. A little tapper to the third base side, and Bieber fields his position to throw out the speedy Margot. Shane was in complete control early. As we'll skip ahead now, 2 outs in the inning. IKF to the plate. Laces this one back up the middle, right at the shortstop. And Andres Jimenez makes a play, a throw wide to first. But Josh Naylor makes the catch, and we go to the bottom half of the inning. It's the shortstop Jimenez now, Francisco Lindor's replacement for this season. And you know, a lot of pressure riding on his shoulders in 2021 and beyond. The 0-2 pitch, and this one laced into left center field. That'll get down, and it will get by David Dahl. It bounces up off the progressive field sign, and Jimenez delivering a double to lead off the bottom of the third inning for the Cleveland Indians. Just went the other way with a hanging breaking ball and puts himself in scoring position. Well, the very next batter was Austin Hedges, and he couldn't catch up with this fastball as Arihara gets the first out of the inning, his second strikeout of the game, and that would bring up Cesar Hernandez. As this one lifted towards right center field over the head of Manuel Margot. That gets down and goes to the wall. Hernandez with an RBI double. Cleveland's on the board first, and the Indians with a 1-0 lead off Kohei Arihara in the bottom of the third. Jose Ramirez would come to the plate next. He's already 1 for 1 with a double. He's gonna make it too as he shops gap all the way onto the warning track. Hernandez easily scores, and Jose Ramirez is 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles. The first time he didn't have a chance to get an RBI, he did right here, and that would be the end of the line for Kohei Arihara as Taylor Hearn comes in. His first ever playoff appearance, as he had a fantastic 2021. First batter that he would face would be Josh Naylor, and he's able to get out of the inning here on a lazy pop fly in the left. But the Indians strike for 2 in the third, and they give a 2-run lead to Shane Bieber, who is right now borderline untouchable on the mound. Oh, we go to the top of the fourth, and it's already 2 outs in the inning. A 3-2 count here to Willie Calhoun, and a fastball that stays upstairs. Second walk of the night for Bieber, and it would be just the second base runner that Texas had found in the contest so far. As Bieber clearly not happy with a non-competitive pitch. Willie Calhoun had a career season in 2021, works his way on. So that would bring up Sam Huff, the rookie catcher, who did get the start over Jose Trevino. Huff had been hot at the plate down the stretch, and Woody rewarding the offensive production by starting Sam Huff. The first pitch, Huff out to right field, but this one not hit nearly hard enough. And just like that, Bieber gives up the 2-out walk, but he doesn't allow it to come back to hurt him. So we head to the bottom of the fourth, 6, 7, 8 coming up for the Indians, and Hearn made quick work of the first two batters. You bring up Andres Jimenez again, who doubled his first time up. A 2-2 pitch. This one flared out to shallow center field, and that will fall. Jimenez has the single, but he's not content there. He's going to try and stretch it into two. And Adolis Garcia not caught napping. He throws him out to end the inning. You see there, though, the Indians 2 runs on 7 hits. Texas still looking for their first, and they get it. Right here, Nate Lowe goes to the left of second base. A gap that we've seen him exploit a couple of times this season, and the Texas Rangers finally in the hit column against Shane Bieber. As you see, a fastball just stays middle, and Lowe converts the single. So with a runner now on first and second, it's Manuel Margot to the plate. He's going to ground this to second. Adolis Garcia was thrown out at second after he walked, but Margot beats the throw out, and there are runners on first and third. Next batter is Anderson Tejada, and the 0-2 is in the dirt. Makes it a 1-2 count. Still runners on the corners, and the very next pitch from Shane Bieber, also in the dirt, but this time the runners are going, and Nate Lowe trying to dive under the tag from Hedges. He'll be tagged out at the plate, and to be honest, I was trying just to send Margot at first. Accidentally sent both of them. Very next pitch, Anderson Tejada swings and misses, in Texas. A terrible way to waste their first base runners of the ballgame. Well, we go to the bottom of the fifth now, and Taylor Hearn back on the mound, and he's going to get a web gem of a play from IKF right here. Nice job by Kiner Falefa moving his left and then throwing all the way across his body. He takes away a no-doubt single from Austin Hedges. Well, next batter, and this is a bunt well played by Taylor Hearn. We've seen pitchers fielding their positions well tonight, and Hearn takes away another base hit. Go to the top of the sixth now with 2 outs. It's Nick Solak at the plate. Rangers still desperately looking for base runners, especially after they wasted that chance in the fifth. Fastball that was fouled off there, and another 3-2 pitch coming here from Bieber. He kicks and fires, and this one is roped into center field. Perfect contact for Nick Solak, and it's the second base hit of the night for the Rangers. As Bieber's command may be starting to go just a little bit. He is getting up there in pitches, as he's got 82 of them now, 5 strikeouts and the 2 walks to go along with 2 base hits. Willie Calhoun was up next, an 0-2 count, 2 outs in the inning, and he gets Calhoun to swing right over the top of that. Tried to check his swing on a nasty curveball breaking below the knees, but he was unable to do so. Hearn's still on the mound here in the 6th inning, and he continues to be effective as Jose Ramirez switches sides and swings and misses at that. 1 out, and then we'll go now to 2 outs, and this ball lasered right at Nate Lowe. Taylor Hearn was sparkling in relief on the mound, and that would send us to the 7th inning. Texas still trailing by the score of 2-0. With 1 out now, we'll get you Nate Lowe's at bat. A 2-1 count as Bieber's still on the mound. He's about to throw his 90th pitch of the game, and Lowe going right back where he loves to get balls up the middle. A base hit for Nate Lowe, his second of the ballgame, and it looked like a replay of his last single back in the 5th. So Texas with a runner on, and you see another replay. Is Lowe so good at keeping his hands inside, just making solid contact and taking what the pitcher gives him. Well, Adolis Garcia on a 2-0 fastball. He's going to squander that hit, though, as he grounds into a 6-4-3 double play, and Bieber was out of the 7th inning. Matt Bush came on in relief, and Bush would take over from Taylor Hearn, who did not allow a run, just gave up 1 base hit in 3 innings of relief. Bush is on. He's walked the first batter, and now they'll get a base hit into right field. They're going to send the runner over to third, and the throw not in time. It was first and third for the Indians as you get a look at Anderson Jimenez lacing that ball into right field, and the Indians threatening here in the bottom of the 7th. Austin Hedges, the 9-hole batter, would come up, and with 1 out, runners on the corners, he's going to ground it to third. Tejada to second, and on to first. Matt Bush rolls an inning-ending double play, and Cleveland's lead stays at just 2. As Bush got into a little bit of trouble, able to work out of it, though, and he gives his team a chance here in the top of the 8th. Manuel Margot would lead off against Bieber, who is pushing up against 100 pitches now. 1-2 as you see Bieber maybe starting to battle a little bit of exhaustion there, as his command certainly less sharp than it was earlier in the game. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Margot chased a cutter that looked more like a slider, and it's the 7th K of the night for the Cy Young Award winner for the Cleveland Indians. Very next batter is Anderson Tejada, the 0-1 pitch, and this one is blasted high and deep to right as Anderson Tejada will leave the ballpark. A solo shot for the Rangers' third baseman. He puts the first tally on the scoreboard against Bieber, and Texas trims the lead to 2-1. Tejada got a fastball right down the middle, and we've seen his bat play quite a bit this season. The power to right field is undeniable from that left side of the plate, and I dare say that's his better side when he is at the dish. Well, Terry Francona would come out and get his ace after Shane Bieber maybe stayed in one batter too long. Still, he was sensational tonight. As Francona, a couple of words of encouragement as his starter parts, and Shane will be disappointed with the home run there, but other than that, he did exactly what he needed to do to get his team a wild card win. Well, Nick Wittengren would come on in relief, and you get IKF to pop out here to second base as you get a look at Bieber's final line. The book closed on him. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 99 pitches thrown from the Cy Young Award winner. 2 outs now, and David Dahl to the plate. Dahl screams this one into the gap in right center field. It'll be cut off before it can get all the way to the wall by Ahmed Rosario. Dahl held to a hard hit single, but Texas maybe not done here in the 8th inning. Wittengren now a 2-2 count on Nick Solak, who's 1 for 2 today and batting in the 3 spot. Wittengren check the runner now with a pitch, and he struck him out swinging. Solak swung right over the top of a changeup, but the Rangers get one off the back of Anderson Tejada. Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th now, and Spencer Patton would come on. Eli White would also slot into left field. And the first pitch that Patton throws belted out to deep center field by Ahmed Rosario, but caught just shy of the track as there is a wind blowing in from center field and maybe kept that ball in the ballpark. The next batter would be Cesar Hernandez, and he's been a tough out at the dish tonight. 2 for 3 on the evening. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Changeup floated outside, and Patton got Hernandez to chase. 2 big outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning as Jose Ramirez would be the next batter, and he'll ground this one lazily to the right of second base into the shift, and Texas will send us to the 9th. They need just 1 run to tie it up. Well, the Indians would turn to James Karninchek, their closer, who was really, really good in the regular season. 1-2 out of the bullpen was his official record, but 8 saves, had a solid ERA as well. Very first pitch, Willie Calhoun going the opposite way. He'll bounce this into left field, and the Rangers have the tying run on off of a hanging curveball from Karninchek, and the Rangers immediately go into the bench. It'll be Charlie Culberson who comes off the pine to a pinch run. Sam Huff now into the ball game. He'll dig in, and 0 for 3 tonight has not been his best evening at the plate as he fouls the first pitch fastball away. Karninchek hitting 95 on the radar gun. 1-1 count now to Huff, and another curveball. This one hangs and is blasted right back up the middle. Culberson hits the bag at second. He'll make the turn and head to third. The throw not in time, and Texas has runners on the corners with nobody out. Is Karninchek just trying to get the curveball across, but he's hung 2 now in the inning. The first to Willie Calhoun, and now this one to Sam Huff, and to be honest, he's lucky to get that one back. Next up is Nate Lowe with runners on the corners. Karninchek behind the 8 ball now in a 2-0 count as Lowe can sit dead red. Kick and the pitch and a fastball hit into right field. That's a base hit. The Rangers tie it up in the 9th inning with 3 consecutive base hits, and Texas and Cleveland now knotted up at 2 as it's a brand new ball game with the winner going to the ALDS to take on the Houston Astros. As you get another look at that RBI single, that would be the end of the day for Karninchek, and Brian Shaw would come on out of the bullpen as Terry Francona patting his reliever's chest saying, hey, we need a big outing from you. 1-2 pitch to Adolis Garcia, and leans out over the plate, but ruled that he did not go. So it sets up a 2-2 pitch. He would take another ball, and it's a full count as Brian Shaw in danger of walking his first batter. The payoff pitch is a cutter that misses off the plate, and Texas has the bases loaded in the top of the ninth with nobody out as Manuel Margot would come up now. Margot has been in a cold stretch at the plate, 0 for 3 tonight, and he swings and misses at that curveball. It's 0-2. Is the plate discipline just not where you want it to be? 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Margot chased a cutter off the plate, and there is one out. The Indians are a double play away from getting out of this. Next batter was Anderson Tejada, and he will spike his bat in frustration as he pops this one up. Infield fly rule has been called. There are 2 outs now, and the base is still loaded as Shaw 1 out away from working out of this. Get another look at that. Tejada, good timing, just right underneath it. Well, the Gold Glove shortstop Isaiah Kiner-Falefa comes up. He's 0 for 4 on the night, looking for a big hit. Shaw ready. The first pitch coming to the Rangers shortstop, and it misses inside for ball 1. Izzy, hitless on the evening, trying to come up clutch for his team, and he lines this one down the left field line. It's a fair ball into the corner. 2 runs are coming across. Here's the throw to third. It's not in time. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, a 2 RBI go-ahead double, and Texas has come all the way back against the Cleveland Indians to take the lead in the Wildcard game in the 9th inning. Kiner-Falefa getting a fastball that he could drive, and he puts his team up by 2 heading to the bottom of the 9th as Brett Martin would come on for the save. 55 relief appearances during the regular season, and ERA just north of 4.3. First batter that he would face would be Eddie Rosario as this one bounced down the first base line, ruled a fair ball, and Nate Lowe steps on the bag. The Rangers are 2 outs away. The next hitter would be Josh Naylor, and an 0-2 fastball fouled away as Naylor staying alive in the count. Indians are down by 2. They just need a base runner to start the proceedings. 0-2 pitch. This one also grounded down to first. Lowe flips over to Martin covering the bag, and there are 2 outs as Texas on the brink of their first postseason win since 2015. Harold Ramirez, the last chance for the Cleveland Indians. The first pitch in there for strike 1 as Martin bends the slider over the plate. 1-1 now the count as Martin gets the sign from his rookie backstop. He winds and fires, and it's popped up into shallow right field. Margot underneath it. He's got it. The Texas Rangers will compete for a divisional crown against the Houston Astros. The Rangers complete the comeback and defeat the Cleveland Indians at Progressive Field 4-2 to win the wild card round. Despite being swept at home to end the regular season, the Texas Rangers put all that in the rearview mirror, and they win this one against Shane Bieber. It's not him who will figure into the decision. It's James Karninchek, but you see the Rangers celebrating as they take one away from the Cleveland Indians, and they stop maybe the hottest team in all of baseball. They've earned the rights to take on the American League West champs in the Houston Astros. As Anderson Tejada given player of the game honors, I would have argued it should have been Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, but Spencer Patton gets the win out of the bullpen. And there you see it. Texas has won the wild card. They're taking on the rival Astros in the ALDS. Well, it's been a jam-packed episode, and I thank you guys so much for watching. I am really excited to get this next series going underway. The very next episode will be all about the ALDS, and I'm going to see if we can fit the entire series into one episode. See if that actually happens or not, but a lot coming here as Texas continues their miracle run. They made the postseason. That was a big accomplishment in and of itself, and now Texas trying to play Cinderella in the postseason against the Houston Astros. It'll be a battle for supremacy in the Lone Star State, and a battle to decide who goes on to the American League Championship Series to face the winner of the Twins and the Yankees. Until next time, so long everybody.